Welcome back to F1 Report, everyone. It's been a surprisingly busy week for F1 news, and we're only at Wednesday. It started with the news that Sir Lewis Hamilton has signed a new contract with Mercedes, and it's finished today with the news that Portimao is joining the calendar for the 2021 season. And of course, there was a sprinkling of sprint race news as well in between. So let's go over the news this week, starting with the freshest, Portimao. Back when the calendar was originally announced, the third race of the season was labelled TBC. It was meant to be the Vietnam Grand Prix, but that has now been dropped and it left its place open. This of course prompted a lot of speculation, especially with so many non-typical races we had last season. But as of today, that TBC changes to the Portuguese Grand Prix, as we once again return to Portimao. This for us fans is great news, as Portimao last season was not only a great track visually, but it also had some fantastic racing. Remember at the start when Sainz managed to go from 7th all the way up to leading the race by lap 2? That was an incredible moment. Eventually it went Mercedes' way, with Hamilton winning from Bottas, with Verstappen rounding out the podium. That was also Hamilton's record-breaking 92nd victory too, so I'm sure he's happy to see that track return. That feels like a good natural segue into our Hamilton news from earlier this week, and it's something that I think we all expected would happen eventually. Sir Lewis Hamilton has signed a 1-year deal, keeping him at Mercedes until the end of the 2021 season. No real surprises here, I think. Maybe just the length of time it took to get it signed. He's the champ, Mercedes still have the best car, and surely he wants that outright record of most drivers' championships, right? Well, he now has his opportunity, and if you've already checked out my predictions video, you'll know that I think he'll do exactly that. The real question is, will he come back in 2022 for the new regulations? Our final news piece comes from the upcoming discussion and voting surrounding the introduction of Saturday sprint races to replace the current qualifying setup. In basic terms, practice 1 on Friday would be the same, and practice 2 later on that day would become qualifying for the sprint race. Practice 3 would be unchanged, and with qualifying on the Saturday changing to become a 100-kilometer sprint race, about the third of the usual distance. The current plan has the top 8 drivers of the sprint race getting roughly half the points they would for a normal race, and the finishing positions also determining the start grid for the Sunday race. Sunday race would go ahead unaffected. It should be noted that this is only voting on a trial right now, so don't worry about the whole season being changed. It will just be a couple of races if it does go ahead. And that's a big if right now. There are definitely some concerns surrounding costs and the impact on Sunday's race. For instance, is someone going to take that last ditch around the outside move if they're only going to score half points and move 1 place up the grid? Or are they going to play it safe so they don't get any penalties or damage on their car? The vote is on Thursday, so we'll know very, very shortly. That's the news so far this week, but like I said, it is only Wednesday, there may be more to come, so keep your eyes out. Are you excited to visit Portimao again? Have you got any concerns about the F1 sprint races? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.